What's up, neighbors, groovers? What's happening? It's Mr. Al Pete, the Neighborhood Show. If you have been listening to the past couple of episodes that I've been doing, I've been playing Seafood Sam, and I've been really praising his music. And shouts out to the Cosign family for introducing me to them. And shouts out to Matt Shaw for JME as well for introducing me to Seafood Sam. And immediately got hooked on to the music. I'm still in the trenches of it. I did some homework and I was like, oh, I got more music to listen to. So I've been playing Salo. Like that's been the hardest, well, the song that I've been playing the most on the show or whatnot. And let me look at my notes over here. But I know last one I played Pearly Gates playlist. And so I played that one. Can't Take the Hood to Heaven. Yeah, so Salo definitely is playing hard inside and outside of, like, even when I'm just riding in my car going somewhere, I'm definitely playing that jam a lot because it just has like this like infectious groove to it, man. But without further ado, this is Seafood Sam. How you doing, good sir?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Listen, thank you for taking the time as well. Shouts out to, like I said, Sean from Cosign. He's the one that did the plug-in or whatnot. And I just started my radio show. I just started my radio show on WJCT, which is here in Jacksonville, Florida. And they gave me this outlet of music that I could listen to. And my homie was just like, yo, Seafood Sam, like, check it out, man. Let me know what you think. And I checked it out, and like that next week, I was like, "Oh yeah, we got to run it. We got to run his music and really give him his praise." And because we really champion like great artists all around, you know what I'm saying? So I thank you for taking the time out for this.
Thank you, and shout out to him for doing that too, for real.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So Long Beach, California, that's the stomping grounds, correct?
Yep, that's the roots, the north side of Long Beach, born and raised.
Okay. It's a lot of great content come out of California, man. And you know, I'm way over here on the other side of the coast. Like literally we are both on other ends of the opposite ends, man. But real recognize real on that, man. So just give the people a little bit like where you from, originated from, and in regards to the music side. We know Long Beach, but like what got you like truly into making like these grooves?
Just getting into music. Well, I started off like I wasn't recording early, but I got introduced to music early through Lil Bow Wow. Like, you know, around that age range, I seen him with JD and Snoop and all that. And that's what first got me introduced into just the idea of making music, you know. And then I want to say like later on in like around high school, that's when Wiz Khalifa dropped that Cushion OJ and Currency dropped Covered Coupe. And then at that point, that's when I was like, oh, I'm trying to do it myself, sort of say, you know, like I wanna make it myself and put it out. So then that's when I started pushing more towards it, going towards the music with that vibe. Yeah. But I don't know how I got like my sound and my groove is just from being raised around a lot of different cultures and backgrounds. And so it just makes it, you know, it all mixes in and I just come up with different feels with, you know, if that makes sense to what you had.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I read something. I was a shout out to it's the Guardian or whatnot, and they were saying that you and let me get this correct. If I incorrect it, please forgive me. But it was saying like you want to rap over like original beats versus like sampling, right?
Yes. I just got into rapping. Like, I mean, I just got into that, like just getting into the whole process of really getting down to the meat and potatoes of it all. But first, I was always down with just rapping over a sample, but I didn't want that to be like my main. That's what people know me for. Right. It's just like, oh, man, yeah, it's just a sample. That's why he really floating, you know, or that's why it really sound like that. So I just want to get more deeper into it.
Gotcha. And I mentioned that when I read it, I thought I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna ask this angle. But what you explaining, like your inspirations here and there, I definitely feel like from a musician standpoint, it gives you like the free range to be able to like take all the influences that captivated you and really like define your own. You know,
Yeah,
it separates you from like the other artists respectfully. Like when you mentioned the Wiz Khalifa's occurrences, I mean, even the Bow Wows, like people be playing around like Bow Wow wasn't a big influence out here in these streets.
come on, man, come on, man. He was the biggest thing in my childhood. So that's what I'm like. I don't know about nothing else, but I just know Lil Bow Wow can nobody touch him. He was cold, killing it, opening up for Instinct by itself.
Right. So that
Mhm.
definitely give you like that platform to be able to express yourself and be able to captivate and create your own identity, which we hear through all
Mhm.
of the songs that I've been listening to.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just all about because and I'm sure say it in interviews and stuff like that, but literally, I grew up in a household that just has so much different music. Like my big brother, he playing Nelly Furtado and stuff like that. Then my other brother playing the East Sider, and all that type of stuff. My mom playing ZZ Hill, and you know what I'm saying. And that was really my upbringing. My
Yeah.
dad playing Nate Dogg, and then his girlfriend at the time put me on the Erica Badu. So it's like this is where I'm getting all this information. I mean, you know, this is just where I'm getting all this music, and then I just so happen to tie it all into my music. It's not like I went for one person, like, oh, that's what my brother likes, so I want to make music that my brother like. I kind of was like, dang, what can I make that all of them like? So it kind of turned into that for me.
Right. So the name Seafood Sam, you know, I'm not the person to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna judge a person by their name. But people,
Mm-hmm.
put those labels and stuff in there. But when I read up on like how the name created, it definitely has a very defining definition to it. So would you mind
Yeah.
sharing a little bit of that? I know you probably said it 50 million times. My apologies, but
No, that's cool.
yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like let the people know like where that name come from. Cause over here in Florida, in Jacksonville, listen, we get down on that seafood. So it's like,
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah, explain
Yeah,
that.
nah. The name is crazy because seafood was actually seafood like master. You know, like in the it meant master because my little brother, his name was Master, and he passed away. So my name was originally Master Sam. So it's like Seafood Sam, or how you pronounce it, like Seafood Sam. But then, like, kind of just joking around and having fun. I think it was like before a show, one of my homies was like seafood, and then I just kind of put it on there, and then it just flowed together, and then I kept it. I just kept it. But actually, the seafood part, it really just happened like that. But it meant to be Master, which is my little brother's name. That's rest in peace. So
Right.
you know the sound of seafood is what I was going for. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
And condolences on the loss of your brother. But it's good that you keep legacy going. So that's definitely
yeah.
honorable that you do that and put that in the name. It definitely says a lot when you put your a legacy in your name like that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's the little icon on my Instagram. I never change it. It's always been my little bro. So
Right.
yeah, definitely means a lot to me.
Okay. So out of all of the music that I've mentioned of yours, do you I know it's gonna be hard to answer this, but do you have a favorite? Because Salo for me is like that's that jam. But do you have a favorite one that you would say, hey, I love this the most, or something that you would like me to focus on a radio show?
I really like I really like this. I like all my stuff, but I know a lot of people would just say that. But I really like sometimes when I go back and listen to my old stuff, like some songs that just catch my ear. So like the one most recent was Angel Atlantic. I have a song called Angels in Atlantic, and that one kind of just I was like, dang, what was I on right here? Like this one sound, it's just I haven't heard it in so long. And then when I went back, I was like, but
honestly, I would probably say my favorite would be out of my new album that's coming out. That's probably my best piece of work because, like I said before, I went more into the production instead of just spitting the 16 on top. On top of it, I know about every harp, every drum, every hi hat, everything. I was more hands on with that whole process. So I think this next batch of music will probably be the best, just because you can feel Sifu Sam like everywhere on it instead of just on the verse.
Right. All right, my folks, the neighborhood, Mr. Al Pete, WJCT News 89.9. We are talking with Seafood Sam. I've been playing his music like crazy, and I know y'all love it, man. So I finally got a chance to have a quick conversation with him, and hopefully this would not be the last one because he has an album coming out, Standing on Giant Shoulders, April 19th. And when we hit that, when we listen to that project, man, I'm sure I'm gonna want to play all of the songs. So,
Definitely.
yeah. But thank you so much for taking your time out, man. Let's talk about the production part. When we finished the first part, you mentioned that you're hands on with the production part. Like, how important is that? One, how important is that to you? And two, do you actually play these instruments yourselves, or is it just a sound that you have?
Yeah, no, I don't play the instruments. I could freestyle some things, but it's like I don't know how to, I don't know how to do that. But it's more so of an idea. And it kind of came about. I linked up with my homie Tom, who's in a band out here in Long Beach, based in Long Beach. They're called Solar System,
Right.
and they're real cold band, just real low key. And I linked up with him to do one or two songs on my project, Backward Skate Only, Mackay Fiber, and I forgot the other one. But the way the chemistry was and everything, it just flowed so easy. Like, and I was like, dang, this is all original music. He just made it all right here. Like went up to him like, yo, can you make me something for the skating ring? And he was like, okay. And then he just went down and started breaking it down. And I'm like, yo, he ain't sample nothing. He ain't pull up nothing. He just made everything right there. So I was like, okay. And then me and my boy Barrington, we was chopping it up, and one thing led to another. And then it was like, I ended up hitting up Tom, like, yo, I'm trying to do this project, linked up with him, and then gave him my ideas of where I was trying to go with it. And literally anything I could tell him, he'll put it down. But it helps me too with my production side because he's great at doing a foundation, and then I can add on like, oh, hey, some harp will sound cool right here and a cut right, and he'll be like, oh, good call, and then he'll go right there and add it in or call somebody to add it in, and that's how it that's how it all, that's how I got into it. And then now I just only want to do like all original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the legal aspect of doing
Samples
original,
and stuff.
sampling original music, it just feels great to know that you created this body of work and be like, okay, we created this from like the ground up. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a different type of feeling when you do it that route. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to,
Yeah.
it's not dismissing your artistry.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, you
No,
can get busy.
there's no disrespect to no sampler, nothing. Because sometimes you need those things. Like sometimes it's great. Like, oh, let's break down and throw in a old Big Daddy Kane sample right here, and just so they can feel that I'm going back to that area, or like I want to do something and shout out the bass, so do like a little E40 sample right here, and I'm
Yeah.
if you're doing it that way, then that it sounds tight. That's cool, But it's just like you said. I want to have that music. Like my mom always called me and be like, nothing is timeless no more. She's like, always and forever was out when I was like 12 years old, and it's
Yeah.
still going. It's still playing. And I'm just like, I hear you, Mom. So that kind of made me like, I need to make some of that. And I feel that only goes that far when it's original, not that
Absolutely.
many sample things go that far.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Because when you think about what is it? Anderson .Paak and
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Mars when they did the remake of Love Train.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like the newer generation could listen to it and they could take it. It would be timeless for them, but it definitely was like timeless when we heard it for the people that's, you know, a little bit more seasoned and open and whatnot. So, um, well, I guess there's a difference between sampling and rendition. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but even with that, like, it's still good to have like that original music, man. It's just a good, proud feeling to have to be like, I heard this snare in my head, and we worked on this, and it you know elevates lyrics, feelings,
Yeah.
all of the things. So,
Yeah. And honestly, I just wanted to be like I see how now where they'll put out like a compilation video of all artists and like the songs that they sampled or the people that they sampled and all that type of stuff. And then you go back and hear like, whoa, he sampled him, he sampled Frank Sinatra, or he sampled this. And I just kind of put in my head like I want to be that guy
yeah.
that you know, maybe when I'm not even here no more, but it's just like, dang, he sampled Seafood Sam on this. Oh yeah, you ain't never heard that. That's that. And then when you go back to it, you can't find nothing like it before that. It's like this was really original. This was it right here for this time. So
Right.
yeah.
Word. So, last question that I have: the album's coming out. Actually, what the album is? What, April 19th? Um, when is that? I'm trying to think. My
Like
days are
4
like
days from
boy,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming up. What are your feelings on it? I mean, of course, this is not your first rodeo, but
Hmm.
um, every release feels different. I'm sure, and from an artist to an artist. Like I know for me, when I release music, I don't care if it's one song or an album. I've done it multiple times, but it's always like a special type of feeling that comes
Hmm.
with that. Are you do you have any of those feelings coming up, or are you just
Yes.
excited or anticipation? Talk to us about it.
Nah. Yeah, this one I'm real hyped because like I said, I was more so real focused on the production side. So I actually finished the lyrics and stuff probably like a year ago or maybe even before then. But then it was all about getting that sound for when you hear it, it like Salo, it give you that feeling. That's what took that year or two to make it sound like that. Just me and Tom going back and forth on the phone, like, oh, he sent it to me. I'm like, it sound cool, but hold on, let me go play it in the card. And I go play it in the card, and I'm like, nah, turn that back down, turn this back. And he like, all right, cool. Why I gotta make one? Like it was doing that back and forth, you know, just to make it like just so I can really feel like super proud about it. This honestly like the first piece of music that if not name calling like that, but if Quincy Jones and whoever was in the room, I wouldn't feel no nervousness about playing it.
Uh-huh.
I would want it the ox first. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the confidence it put behind me. You know, it's like I know that they will appreciate some good music during this time. Like, dang, this is
Yeah.
cold. Like, you know, especially probably trying to find a sample or something and just like, dang, this is this is good. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where my mind from the jump, I was like, I want Quincy to just give me a head nod. He ain't even gotta like it, promote it, do nothing. I just want him to be like, I see him. I see him. There we go. So that's really where I was going with it. That was the mindset behind it. So I know this is gonna be the one. I'm excited.
Indeed, indeed. Any tours or like just shows coming up, album release
Uh
parties?
yeah, I have two shows. We're gonna do one, I believe, May 10th in New York, and then in May 24th, I believe, it's going to be in LA at the Peppermint Club. So those are so far what we got going on. And then we got some other stuff in the talks, but just haven't locked in anything. But those so far is where it's going down in May.
Gotcha. All right, one more question.
Nah,
So,
you good. You good.
I read on Bandcamp. You mentioned it was something like let me put my notes up. It said splits the difference between Snoop Dogg and D'Angelo, Currency, and David Ruffin. Right. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you were at a bar, who would you want to have a conversation with at a bar, if you're at a bar. It don't have to be any of the names that I mentioned, but
Yeah.
if you could have a conversation with one person at a bar, who would that person be?
Dang.
Or, I mean, let me make it more tough. Like, who would the server be instead of just a regular? I
Dang.
mean, it could be either or, but like,
It can be, yeah. I'm trying to think about it because I'm like, I'm trying to think of the conversation. I'm trying to think of like
who
like
have the great,
wild conversation
yeah,
that'll just have me like, what? Like, dang, I don't know. Honestly,
so for me, I'll give it. Hopefully this will help. But like for
mhm,
me, like I like to have those like introspective conversations. You know what I'm saying? So, um, for me, in that tip, it would probably be like Andre 3000.
yeah,
But like
I like that.
we'll be
I
having
like,
those extra conversations. Like we'll be out in the galaxies talking about it versus.
yeah, yeah. I like since you going there, I feel what you're saying. Pharrell would be a good one. I like to see what Pharrell mind is. You know, that's cool. Uh Shoot, even I'm kind of wild. I let her talk to Sugar Free. That'd be funny to me.
Oh man.
That'd be
Oh man.
crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just a combo with Sugar Free. I just want to know what he gonna say.
That's a legend right there,
So
man.
yeah. But yeah, I'll probably have to say him or yeah, probably just to kick it with a goat, Iverson. You know, but you know, he's so humble and cool, just to chop it up with him and stuff. So yeah, but
Okay.
yeah. Probably
Yeah.
Pharrell though. As far as the music stuff, you know, like I just want to pick his brain, just see how he, you know, I don't know, just pick his brain, just you know, just see what's up. But a lot of people would be interesting. Dame
Yeah.
Dash, you know, it's a lot of people that are having some crazy combos.
Yeah. Definitely with like a
Yeah,
Dame Dash. That'd be interesting.
yeah, that would be so. I feel like before y'all even order your food, he gonna be going. You just like, oh,
Right.
oh, we gotta order. Okay, waitress come up, people like, cut me off. Hold on. I'm like, okay,
Right.
so.
One of those.
Yeah, I would love that. Dang, wow.
Indeed. Well, listen, man, I truly appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. Um, we love you over here in Jacksonville, Florida, man. We're gonna be
Man,
playing your
appreciate
music ongoing. And if you want to jump on at some point and just talk about a song or something that you got going on, like the platform is definitely open for you, man. And
it. Most
yeah,
definitely.
we gonna keep bumping you over here in Duval County on the other side. So
Most definitely. And I'm gonna tap in if I ever make it over that way. I definitely have to. I got some cousins over there.
okay.
So I gotta figure out something.
Nice. Okay, definitely. If you're on this
Yeah,
side and closer in the Florida, man, and you having a show, we'll definitely ride down and link up and and it would be good to see you rock in person for sure.
most definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely. I appreciate you, G, for real.
yeah, man. Before you go, let the people know where they can find you at.
Man, everything is at Seafood Sam. SEAFOODSAM. Everything. You just type in that and I'm gonna pop right up.
Indeed. All right, man. It's the neighborhood, Mr. Al Pete with Seafood Sam. Hold tight, real quick, brother. Listen, go
Hmm.
and stream the album, buy the album on Bandcamp. I'm real big on like giving that money straight to
Hmm.
the artist. But standing on giant shoulders, April 19th, man. Check out some good stuff. Again, we've been playing that Salo like crazy, but right now we finna get into Can't Take the Hood to Heaven. Right here on the neighborhood, WJCT 89.9. Yep.
Yeah.